All right, back for my favorite series once again, eBay Unsealed. We go through mail that's been sitting for almost a year. We're on May 28th, and we put up what we paid for it. This one was $4.60, and we're gonna go through and see what the value of these cards are now, and see whether I was making good purchases back then or poor purchases. So this one is, looks like Corey Perry, and numbered to 99, 61 out of 99. So I was on a real kick of buying up low numbered, numbered to 100 or less of people I think are future Hall of Famers. Corey Perry, I think, is a future Hall of Famer, put up really good numbers, won some individual awards in the early days, and has a Stanley Cup to his name. I think he fits the bill for a future Hall of Famer, and here's a 2015-16 Artifacts Emerald out of 99. Super pumped to add this to the collection. A sick player who had an awesome career, and hopefully we can see him back in the Stanley Cup Finals this year again. He seems to be on a roll of making the Stanley Cup Finals. But we'll get into parcel number 2, May 29th as well. This one's $5.17 American. So I don't know what the conversion is on that, but there is the card right there. It is a ultimate, I want to say gold, and it's out of 99, and it is 69 out of 99. Patty Kane, future Hall of Famer, numbered 69 out of 99. Just so nice. Just the nicest card. Unreal. We got Corey Perry, we've got Patrick Kane, a couple of Rocket Richard winners, and we'll get into parcel number 3, May 29th, still $6.04. Fragile. Let's see what we were buying for $6.04. And we've got John Marino, Anthony Cirelli, Aaron Ekblad, Ryan Johansson, Jakub Voracek, Josh Norris, Alex Tuck, and the card we paid for, oh, that's Jerry Cheevers, right? Jerry Cheevers, 97 out of 99. Another low number. This is ultimate again. Is it the same year? It is the same year as Patty Kane. So that's 22-23 ultimate. And Jerry Cheevers, just unreal. I love the story of Jerry Cheevers. Being that he started wearing the mask, he started putting stitches across his mask every time he took a puck off the mask, to the point that he ended up with a full mask of drawn-on stitches. Pretty awesome, pretty unreal. Fired up, that's in my collection now. All right, and our second last parcel. Our last one's gonna be this brick here that we bust open and see what we were picking up there that needed a full box for $27. But this one was $9.72 on May 29th. And it looks like we've got a stack of Young Guns. I'll skip ahead to getting everything out. All right, we're starting off with a couple of base. Here we got Alex Newhook and Connor Hellebuck. But then we get into some Young Guns. Here we've got Jacob Bryson. Joe Valeno, he actually played, he was an exceptional player, given status to join the QMJHL at 15 for the St. John Sea Dogs. I'll never forget when Boko Imama jumped off the bench to defend him when he was 15. He was getting beat up by 20-year-old. What was his name? Kelly Bent. He was getting beat up by Kelly Bent as a 15-year-old. Just crazy that an adult can have an excuse to beat up a child.
Kelly Bent, like a 20 years old, I think who fought a lot in this league, try to pick on our 15 years old Joseph Valeno. I'm actually here to protect him. There's some unwritten rules in hockey that you have to respect it, and Kelly Bent didn't do it, so I stick up for my teammate, jumped on the ice, and that's what I did.
And luckily Boko Imama jumped the boards, took the suspension, and I'll never forget that. For some reason it always stuck with me. But there's Joe Valeno, recently traded. Then we got Matthias Samuelsson. I think he was just booed, right? Like they announced his 200th game for Buffalo and they booed him. That's pretty crazy. Buffalo's going to struggle to get some players. But we got Arttu Ristolainen, very nice there. And then back here we've got, oh, that's Ross Colton. He's been playing pretty well for, I think, Colorado now. Colorado looks like they got a deep team. They could make a real run of it. And then back here we've got, that's Shane Pinto. Yeah, Shane Pinto on the Sens. He's been having a great year. He just they've been doing some line shakeups, but he's been consistently putting up numbers and playing with Ridley Gregg a lot, playing with, getting some time with Tkachuk. I have high hopes for him, and I think in the playoffs they're going to do something really special. Okay, let's get into this brick on May 28th, $27. We ordered something that required a box, and we'll skip ahead to get everything out. Well, we ended up with a couple of nice vintage stacks. We got a stack here of the 80-81, I think, if I'm not mistaken. 1980-81, with a couple of nice Hall of Famers here. There's Phil Esposito in a Rangers uniform. We got Mark Howe. We got the power play goals leaders with Marcel Dion, Steve Shutt, Dale Sittler, all Hall of Famers. Gilles Gilbert on the Detroit Red Wings there, Hall of Fame goaltender. Then we got Guy Lapointe, Larry Robinson, Bill Barber, the shutout leaders, Tony Esposito, Jerry Cheevers, Bob Sauve, and Roger Vachon. And then a really nice goals leader here of Mike Bossy, 79-80 Islanders. So just unreal there, adding a bunch of vintage, adding a bunch of really nice vintage Hall of Famers. And then we got some 70-71 as well here. So just a few cards, but some highlights here. We got Gump Worsley there with the North Stars. We've got Eddie Jockman, the Rangers. Tim Horton with the Rangers, and Yvan Colnoyer. Just unreal. It's an early card for Yvan Colnoyer. He'd only played 142 games so far that year, or that in his career. So just unreal to add some of these really sick Hall of Famers. And look how young Yvan Colnoyer looks there. That's crazy. But just sick to add these all to the collection. I'm fired up. What a eBay Unsealed. I love adding the low-numbered, cool, low-numbered future and current Hall of Famers. A bunch of young guns. The vintage Hall of Famers. Just great variety and exactly what I'm looking for out of these parcels that I've completely forgotten about what's inside of them. So it's fun getting to see what I was buying over a year. Well, coming up on a year. But we're going to keep rolling with this series. I've got tons of mail behind the scenes that we need to open and discover what's inside of. But if you did like this as much as I did, it helps me out if you leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe. We're going to keep bringing you fun new videos every week. And as always, thanks a ton for tuning in, and take care.